having you. Alright. It's Friday evening. I'm up the pond again. I'm in here. Undercover. Got the lights up. I've got some lights up so when it gets dark I'm ready. Just putting the frame in for the window. I've had one bloke round today to give me a quote for the rendering, so all's looking promising. I've got another bloke coming tomorrow, and maybe another one, maybe two tomorrow. So sooner or later I'm going to get it done. It is what it is. But there's a couple of obstacles I've got to overcome before the rendering gets done, i.e. this being one of them, which is a curveball, and I ain't got a clue that it was like this, but let's have a look. Right, so as I said, I've been putting my window frame in, timber frame, ready for this to get sellotex, so the sellotex will come off the timber frame, and obviously just make that wall right. The window is what it is. I'd done the hole before I'd got the window. The window I had come pretty cheap, so I've got around about 3.5 inches gap here for the window to sit against. But I've got around about 10 inches there for the window to sit against, but it is what it is. But you'll notice under the window I've got a piece of sellotex. That sellotex I stop in there. What that sellotex is doing at the minute is shuttering up, and the reason it's shuttering up is if I look at it from above, you'll see the bow. Now that piece of timber is actually straight, so the wall bows out. The wall bows out slightly. So I've got to make that gap up under the window. So I've shut it up under the window, and now I shall fill it with some concrete. Fill it with concrete, let it go off. That'll then bring it in line with the window, so there'll be no sellotex under there, so that ain't a problem. I'll just sellotex that part of the wall over here, and sellotex obviously whatever I need to over this side as well. So yeah, it's a bit of a curveball. I mean, as you can see, the timber's touching almost that side. It comes out, there's actually an inch gap in the middle, and then it comes back in the wall, and believe it or not, that timber is pretty much level. Or should I say, there's no bow in that timber, it is straight. I've checked that with a piece of steel I've got there, so I know it's straight. So it's packed out, it's ready to go. I've driven some screws through here, as you can see. There's some screws driven in, just to give the concrete somewhere to bind to, and hopefully, touch wood, there'll be a little bit of tidying up after, but it is what it is. I'll let the main of it go off, cut the rest out, and we'll see how we get on. Obviously this end is going to need cutting straight. When it's all gone off, it's going to be sort of in a mess over this end, so when I've got it off, I'll cut it off straight. Sellotex board will cover that. So yeah, there you go. So a bit of a curveball at the minute, but we will adapt and we will overcome. How about that? Yeah. Got a water change going on in the 450 gallon just over here. Water change going on there. If I'm honest, I've neglected that this week. Should have done it probably. Well, I did do one earlier on in the week, Monday. So it's Friday today, so it's the second one this week. But I have neglected it a little bit. Skimmer has still got to go in the wall over here. I've got all the OB1 ready for that now. I'm still deciding whether to take the bottom out the skimmer because it's only 1.5 inch hole. Although a 2-inch rubber fits over it lovely. So I was going to go leave it as the 1.5 inch, put the 2-inch over, the rubber over, and then come off with a 2-inch pipe. I don't know if it's going to be enough because I know people have converted the skimmers and put, I don't even know where it is, and put 2-inch holes in. We'll see. Is it a job I can do after? If I put a rubber fitting on, then yes, it is a job I can do after. So I ain't too stressed about that either. I think that's about it. That's all I can tell you at the minute. I'm going to get this in, probably have to get my lights on, get this in, get the concrete in, let it go off. Tomorrow I can then remove the shuttering and see how it looks. Hopefully it'll be okay. We shall see, we shall see. It's a curveball, it is what it is. It's on the inside wall, or the approaching wall, on the inside of the approaching wall, so you ain't going to see much of it. And yeah, as I said, renderer's been round today, had a quick look. He's coming up with a price, going to tell me what it's going to cost. That's to supply and do the job. And then there's a bloke coming around tomorrow. I don't know if he's going to supply or whether I've got to get the stuff and he's going to just going to do the job and I've got to graft for him. I don't know, but we'll see how it is. I'll update you further when I know more. Catch you. So it's Saturday, and sorry, something caught me eye. And I'm having a mess about. I'll spin you around. I'll just give you a quick show of what I'm doing. I won't bore you too long because you can see I've just put some OB1 on the skimmer. That's about to go in now. Put some Celotex board up in that corner. That's ready now for the renderer to come round and render. A little bit under there extra, it's got to be rendered, but I'm going to try and do that up. All that now around the frame. The frame has been done underneath. Yeah, it looks rough, but it's going to have to be rendered as well. And I've filled the gap in on the top. That's still going off, so that's bringing it to the back edge of that piece of wood. So it gives me my frame then. Just fill that gap in up there, and as I said, I'm also now just put some OB1 in here. So I'm going to push that in and let that do hopefully do the trick and grab this bloody skimmer. So just a quick one, just to say what I'm doing. I'm going to get this done before it's too late, and I'll snap back to you when I've got a bit more to show you in a bit. So that's in, skimmer's in. The brick on the top and everything is just to not to prove that it's level, but just to hold it in place, to stop it tilting back. Because I know it's got a tendency of tilting back. So I've plugged plenty on, I've pushed it in, it's basically exactly where it should be. It's pretty much where it should be. I know I said I was going to do the bottom, drill the bottom out on the skimmer, but I had done that. Just show you over the top. I don't know if you can see anything, so I can't see what I'm looking at. But I had done that. There's a rubber connector on the bottom. I put some cement around this return here, and I've just put some OB1 around this return here just to glue it into place. Just to make sure it's still wet, looking on messy. Just to make sure that it's taking the shift, because that one don't go flush to the wall. As you can see, it's about half an inch out. So it's slightly angled in. Over the back I've put some cement round, but because it's only a straight pipe, it's going to move. I know it's going to move. So I've got to obviously get in the filter house and do whatever in there and try and make some room so as I can get this back wall to get my return pipes and my skimmer pipe all running into where they've got to be. And that's pretty much it for the time being. As I said, I've done a bit on this front wall as well. I had a renderer around yesterday who gave me a price. Shit the bed. I think I overpriced it because he don't want to do it, but it's one of them jobs that I suppose it's the best job for everybody. It's one of them jobs where I just need it done. I just need it done. If somebody don't come and do it, I'll have a go at it myself, in the risk of knackering it up. We'll see how it goes. It could be that hard, but we'll see. Depending on price. I mean, this bloke says there's going to be 3 of them doing it, so obviously I've got to pay 3 blokes' wages. So God knows what he's going to come back with now. So yeah, Saturday. I'm messing about. Copey's having his drive done. As you can see, it will come together. I just need it rendered. Once it's rendered now, whim away, whim fiberglassing. When the fiberglass is done, get the tops on the pond, and get it plumbed up, and I'm away. That's all it's down to now. Just get this job done. Everything else I've pretty much done myself. Just need somebody in to do this. And if I could get somebody in, just have a go at it myself again. I suppose really I should be having a go at it myself anyway, but there you go. Might even get to have a shave as well. But I've gone through the itching stage now. Right, thanks everybody for the comments and everything else on the last video. Also, a big thanks to Phil G as well. He put a post out on his community post, trying to get me up to the 1,000. But if I don't get there, I don't get there. Say no skin off my nose. It's more of a, even though I'm talking to you guys, it's more of a documentary for myself to look back on. So yeah, I've got every video I've ever done on hard drive, so it is what it is. Right, hope everybody's well anyway. Hope everybody's good out there. I've still got a blocked up ear hole, corner thing still. Looks like I'm going to get some more antibiotics and and getting that sorted. But I'll catch you soon anyway. I'll catch you on the next beat when I've got something else to show you. Haven't you? How much rain we had? Tell you, these ain't bothered. These are wet enough. After food again, but mate, we've had some rain. I'll tell you this week. Well, the last couple of days really. And it's still raining now while I'm here. I hope everybody's alright. I hope everybody's ponds and everything are alright. That's okay, still running. I'm alright in there, although I think I'm starting to feel the cold now. I think the cold's starting to set in. These are probably feeling it as well in here. And I know they're feeling it because these are feeding and so active as what they was. Although let me catch you just go fill them up, can you? So where am we with the rendering? Got a bloke coming next week, which is going to be the 28th, to come and do the rendering for me. Hopefully, I have messaged him, tell him I want him to do it, and he hasn't answered me yet. He's a bit slow on the text. Everything was great up until this storm. What is it, Babette or whatever? Decided to hit us. Just spin you around and show you. That's the top, obviously, of me. Now I pushed all that off last night before I went to bed, and there's another pool on there now. Now the trouble is the pool is in there as well. There's about a foot of water in there at the minute. Now I've got to try and keep this dry so as the renderer can get the job done. And it's dripping in actually through the bloody tarpaulin. So it's like I said when I put it up, I don't think it's any good, and that just proves my point, as it is. So if I push from underneath, it's the only way to get rid of it. So I can't understand why. I mean, I think the tarpaulin is stretched. Well, you can see it's stretched when you look across. It's got a dip there now, which I'm probably going to get rid of. So this tarpaulin's a bag of shit. Forgive my French. And look how slack it's gone. It has actually stretched. The wind stretched that. So what I'm going to try and do today, I think, number one, get that lot pumped out. Number two, get these off here and try and stretch this tarpaulin over here again. Try and stretch this sag out of it. So as I said, the render's coming next week, hopefully. It's all ready to go, other than just shifting some crap out. I've put some Celotex board down the side of the frame there. I've sorted the bottom out, as you can see. That's rock solid now, so that can be glassed against. The Celotex board's all over on that side as well, which I've already showed you. The skimmer rock solid, thanks to the LB1, which is still hanging down the side of it. And I've put some LB1 around the returns as well. So other than the cleaning up and getting it ready, we're good to go, he says. It's just this bloody rain now, eh? I think it's got to be like this all week as well. So I'm going to try and stretch this sag out of this. As you can see, it's like a bloody wave. Try and stretch the sag out of this. I don't know if it's going to pull. It will do a bit. It will pull a bit. Might be enough just to get it running off again. So yeah, as I said, it's Saturday. I can't remember, I don't even know, 21st of October, and that's where I am. So I'll catch you in a bit. So there we are, it's a little bit tighter. I can't do nothing with the back end. That was my own mistake, but it is what it is. But it's a bit tighter, the water's now running off again. It all runs down to that point there, and then obviously it just drains off the end. Got the pump in here, taking the water out. It's taking it straight down the drain. So yeah, this is what it is. Wonderful weather, wonderful British weather. But it's probably got to expect it, I suppose it is autumn, stroke winter. But I'm going to have a clean up today, try and get everything out, ready for the renderer next week, because I don't get much time in the week. You can see how crap this is, look. I pulled on that. I just pulled on that ring. It'll rip it out. But what I've done, I've pushed, because this is 3x2, I've pushed it in and you can see it springs. So I've sprung it in, screwed it down and then let it spring out, so the pressure of the wood is pulling out on the top. It is what it is. It's only got to last a couple of weeks. If I get it rendered next week, it'll be fiberglass the week after. And then I'll get the window rather, get the window in. And it can fill up as much as it wants then for a bit. I ain't bothered. Well, I'll get the plumbing and everything done in the filter house. I ain't bothered. So that's where I am. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. In a bit, eh? I've been here. Alright. Up the garden. And it's late. It's Tuesday night. Got the Obi-Wan in my hand. I've just fitted the skimmer. The front on the skimmer. Everything now is cleaned out as best as I can get it for the time being. Everything's sound as far as I know. Put that on there out of the way. The reason for it is tomorrow, which is Wednesday, I've got the renderers coming, so it's going to get rendered. While the renderers are doing what they've got to do tomorrow, I'm going to make a phone call on the fiberglass. And as long as the weather stays on my side and don't rain too heavy and wreck the render, which it shouldn't because it's been drying here all week anyway, even with Storm Babette. I had about a foot of water in the floor, but it come through in the middle. So all the sides are nice and dry. Window frames all taped up, which I'll turn you around in a minute to show you. And now I've just sealed all the front on the skimmer, ready for the render to come up to it, and then the fiberglass to come over it. But what I'll do, I'll spin you around, and we'll see how we get on, and I'll show you what I've done. As I said, that's on there now. So I'll put the skimmer guard on. It was a toss up between the skimmer guard or just the plate and leave the skimmer open, but I thought, well, if I do put any smaller fish in here, I'm going to go in there, like guaranteed, no more luck. So I'll put the skimmer guard on. At the end of the day, it can always come off if it needs to. Skimmer's on. As I said, I'll put some Celotex board on this side. Tell you what, I'll just spin you around, shall I? If I can, because I'm in a different mode for some reason. Cool. Right then, so Celotex board's on, silver tape's on. Yes, I've got it creased, but you know what? It is what it is. I'll put some compo down here as well. I put the silver tape on because, from memory, when putting the window in the other pond, from memory, I know that the fiberglass won't stick to treated timber, which is what this is. So that's all taped up as well there. It's all taped up over that side, as you can see. The render obviously will come up to that and skim round onto that. The underneath can have a quick skim in a render. There's a gap there, got to be filled with render. Corners, I've already explained all this to the builder anyway who's coming. All that's getting skimmed round as well. I know, of course, around that corner as well. And as I said, everything else is as it should be and ready to go. Like I said, that's gone off. That's from when I sealed it in. But that's oh shit. There you go. That just shows what I'm like. That's solid. That is. That skimmer. Sorry about the spit. I did have it all nice and smooth, and I'm just putting my bloody fingers on it. So yeah, that's all solid in there now, ready to go. And then once the rendering's done and it's all gone off, I can get in here, I can clean that out, and yeah, hopefully we can get it fiberglassed. Right, the fiberglasser who I've spoke to said he just needs a couple of days notice just to get the stuff, get over here, and he can get it done. So that's where I am. Again, not much of an update, other than the skimmer's in, the stuff's on the walls, the frame's in ready for the window. You can see, obviously I bought the window after I cut the hole, so I've got around about 4 inches for the window to sit against there, and then this side I've got 9 inches. It is what it is. So the window from inside is going to be offset, as you can see. From the outside, you'll never know. You will never ever know. So it is what it is. I mean, I could have cut that out if I'd have been asked. I could have cut that out further and had a bigger window, but with that pond, with the sleeper pond there, what's the use? Because when you're down the bottom, like where that light's flashing at the minute, looking at the conservatory up, I can see straight in the window where it is. It was always going to be offset. So that's where I am. So thanks for joining me again, and I might get a bit of footage tomorrow while the renderers I'm doing their bit. And I've also got to do a review for the Mad Dog as well, because he's had some wicked things made for EasyPods. So if you're an EasyPod user, keep an eye on this, because I'll be doing a review later on in the video. I might even do a separate video for it. So there you go. Happy days. Catch you in a bit, Aid. Having you. Wednesday morning, and as I've just said on the previous bit, we've got the builders in today, so they're rendering the pond. I'll just take you to, I've only just started putting the stuff on. They've had to wait for the bond and the sealer and stuff to go off, but they're busy at it now, so I'll just show you. They've just made a start, and I'll take you up there. I'll overlay a photo on this video of who's doing it. So if you need any rendering or anything like that done, building services, I'll put their number on here. Just before I do take you up there, that one's empty now. Empty, turned off. Just got to get it all cleaned out and scrubbed up and clean. Everything's in here now. So I'm all in here together. I've got them up. I've got them salted. I had checked the salt yet. I said no, I don't know what them on, but they're all salted and everything's in there together now. So that's just the 2 tanks I'm going to be running over winter again. These are all feeling the cold at the minute, in all fairness, but I'm okay. So there's the first bath made up. Well, half a bath gone already. So we've got these lads doing it. Just starting to smack the render on now. One wall almost done. Second wall getting done. So yeah, hopefully it should be good. So what I'll do is I'll show you the finished product, and hopefully we'll get things moving. I've already tapped up the fiberglass for about when you can do it. So hopefully we'll get that done as well very, very soon. Although I am on holiday next weekend again for a long weekend. So folks keep on to me about how many holidays I'm getting. It is what it is. But I'm going to leave these guys to it now, and I've got to go back to work, so I'm working from home today. So I'll catch you later in a bit, Aid. Right then guys, so it's Wednesday afternoon and the lads have just left, and as you can see they've done an absolutely cracking job. All the corners are nice and tidy, nice and rounded, just like I asked them to do. You can see there's patches where it's already drying. Ready for the fiberglassing now, so I'll be giving the fiberglass a call today. I've already sent him a message, but he got back to me, and he can come and do what he's got to do. So that's where I am, all rendered, all ready to go. Also took a bit of advice off the builders as well about the filter house, and he suggested putting another floor in. Oh yeah, so casting basically another 3-inch floor in the filter house. So again, feels like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. If it's got to be done, it's got to be done. That's because I get water on the floor. But that's where I am. All rendered, all nice and smooth. You've got to have a good brush out when it's all gone off. He's done down this side of the window. He's done under that board. Down that side of the window done as well. All flushed in and looking good. So I'm happy with it. It is what it is. It just needed that skim. That's all it needed. And that's what they've come over and done for me today. And it's like I said, you don't need a thick skim, just a thin skimming, just to give the fiberglass something to work on. The floor should be okay. Just needs a good brush over now. Get the hoover in, get the drain cleaned out, and we're good to go. Happy days. Excuse me. I'll probably call it a day on this one here now. Because it's getting a bit lengthy, this video is. I've got a review to do on some easy pod caps which have been specially made, so I'll get that done tonight, but that'll be on a separate video. And that's that. First of all, before I do say it, I want to say a big thank you to Atakoi, and of course Phil G's Koi Pond as well. They promoted me, trying to get me up to the 1,000. I shifted for Wicks. It is what it is. But yeah, thanks to them lads anyway, they promoted me a little bit. And thanks to the guys who have been out here today, Aid, Ben and James. Cracking job. Job's a good one. I'm happy with it. Just got to let it go off now. Just hope the cats don't go on it tonight. Kill them. But that's about it from me. Thanks for watching guys, catch you later.